Fern, and I play the guitars.
John hasn't mentioned it, but John also happens to be a part of this very, very cult metal band called Brahma.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Gupta and I play the drums and percussions. I'm from a Indian classical musical background. I used to play the Santoor Indian classical, been touring abroad. But the passion for drums and percussion was much more. So then I took a conscious decision of pursuing one field itself.
Hi, my name is Nirmaka and I sing for the band. So music for me started during my school days. I used to be part of my school choir. I think that's when the whole interest began. And then during my college days also I used to perform with a lot of retro bands and also sing at Delhi nightclubs. So I had grown up in Delhi. I wanted to move to Bombay also because I had heard so many great things about the city and because of, the avenues that will be here in Bombay. So that's how the move happened. So back in Delhi, me and Andrew used to perform as a duo. He would play the keyboards or piano and I would sing. And that's how it all began.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play the keyboard. I got this offer to join a band called Bombay Vikings. So it was a good switch over from Delhi to Bombay with an excuse of joining an artist. When we moved to Bombay, I was lucky enough to meet John, meet Sanjay on drums, and meet Chris. So we are like a very happy kind of a band.
Hi, I'm Chris Victor. I play bass. The one thing that really got me into this band was the kind of music that they do. Initially, Andrew was the one who actually approached me, coming from the same hometown. So the connect was there, and that's the most important thing. Ever since then, ever since.
Chris is the live wire of the band. Chris is the guy who gets the party started. So when I had moved to Bombay and before we started this band, we had started performing at smaller places, and because we were thinking of putting together this big band, we were also a little clueless as to how to go about it. So we approached a few venues also, saying that this is the music we have, we'd like to, perform here. So we were, the initial few days were the days of the struggle. There were times when we were told by, the organizers, the programming heads, who are you? How many people know you on Facebook? What kind of music do you play? And in Bombay, we've noticed that people are genre Nazis. That's a term that I've learned here. So there is a fixation with one particular genre. And the dilemma that we as a band have faced is that, all these people, they're seasoned musicians. And I'm so happy to have them play with me. And they're versatile artists. They've played with the biggest of bands, at the biggest of stages, and a variety of music. So we want to imbibe all that, we don't want to be so stuck up when it comes to the kind of music we play. So as a band, we believe that we must make music which is positive, which is peppy, because we realize that, everyone's stressed, and when you come to watch a performance, you want to feel happy. Of course, we intersperse with, a lot of introspective, a lot of contemplative songs, but as a whole, we believe that we must make music that makes people feel good about themselves. You feel bright, you come out feeling happy. So happiness is one thing which is, on the top of our mind. We got to make music which is happy, because that's what we believe in. So my mother tongue is Hindi, and again, because you get educated in a different language, you know, the language of instruction has been English. A lot of us are trained to think in English. So English comes naturally to us and we think, and even when
What
we
about
speak.
Punjabi? You don't speak Punjabi?
I'm not a Punjabi. I have a very misleading surname. But Nirmika sings, no? That's why.
Okay.
And once my show is over, my surname changes to Nirmika Sang. Got it?
Sang?
Yeah, Nirmika Sang.
Oh,
S-A-N-G.
okay. I heard Nirmika Sang.
It's a very dynamic name.
Nirmika Sang.
हार गया मैं खुश भी हूँ तुमसे हारने में क्या जीत भी जाएगा वरना खबर है
So, the first bilingual song that I wrote is called Mujhko Fikar Kya. It's a peppy song. It's also inspired by my niece, you know, who is 3. She was learning to cycle and she was learning it on her own. She was on a tricycle and every time she'd fall, she'd come back on the cycle and keep doing it. I was like, dude, you know, that's something that we must learn as adults, you know, never to give up. So that's how the song was built. It's called Mujhko Fikar Kya. आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे चलते जाना होठों पे ये धुन गुनगुनाना बता रहे ये ज़माना मुझको फिकर क्या keep me going day and night and keep me going up and down keep me going round and round and keep me going strong la 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 la. So this song basically was composed in Delhi, and when we moved to Bombay we recorded the song. Besides Mujhko Fikar Kya, I also had written a song called Thoughts of You. We recorded that as well. And another song called Delhi, which was written on a teary-eyed moment at midnight because I was missing Delhi so much. I came to Bombay, I was missing my mommy and the food and the atmosphere. So I wrote this song called Delhi. So these 3 songs were ready and I was wondering what, you know, should I do with them? You know, we have them, should we work on an album? And that's when we got in touch with Artist Aloud. They liked the music and the songs went online. And yeah, that's been our journey pretty much till now. I've lost the count, I've lost the number of the many years since I surrendered my consciousness to this dreaminess. Thoughts of you keep ruling my mind. So we also have this song in a dialect from UP. The song is called Lulu, and it's basically a song that I grew up listening to from my elderly aunts. So they would sing this song and at weddings and at, you know, other social functions. And because it was in bridge, I could understand most of it, but I could not make out what exactly was the meaning of the song. And it's a very, very hilarious song. And when my aunt would sing it, she would sing it with that, you know, with that knack, with that beautiful expression. And I realized that the tune is so haunting, and I wanted to do something about this song. So when I came to Bombay, me and Andrew once were jamming, and we decided that, you know, why not take this tune and just revamp it all together. So the song is called Hi Mere Lulu, Tohe Bare Baras Na Bhulu.
What is this Lulu? ये Lulu Lulu क्या है?
Hi Mere Lulu, Tohe Bare Baras Na Bhulu. तेल कढ़ैया में मेरे लूलू मेरे मढ़ैया में आधी रोटी शक्कर से मेरे लूलू मेरे टक्कर से हाय मेरे लूलू तोहे gig we had was at Blue Frog, and we've realized, that there's so much more that we can explore. So in this gig, we also went multilingual. Besides playing our English songs, we also incorporated a few covers in Konkani. So the songs that we played were these classic rock and roll numbers from the 70s.
When I heard the tracks and he said it's going to be Goan, I said, "Arey Goan, who's going to hear Goan tracks?" And further to that, there's going to be film tracks. I was little spooked by that. I said, "Arey kya haal kya janab ka?" Those kind. I said, "This is 60s song and this thing. What are you going to do?" No, we're going to turn it around and we're going to do it. And I was like, "What?" They said, "We're going to change the arrangement." And when it was changed, and to that, I put in this element of it's a typical Latin groove. It's Chinchinchu?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's Chinchinchu.
Yeah.
It's a slow rumba. And I was like, geek, I'm doing a rumba. I've never thought about doing it, and that also Chinchinchu. So it was a wild experience for me, of all things, playing at Blue Frog, playing Mera Naam Hai Chinchinchu, and doing it in a totally different manner.
And now I'm so happy that now when I look back, the same people who were a little skeptical about the way, we went about things are now so glad they want us to play at the venues. They are happy to have us play for an audience. So that's, it just reinforces that faith in you, that whatever you thought was right, it is right. So we all know that the independent music industry kind of went through a huge slump in the past, 10 years. But what we've seen of late is that the way we consume music is different. We're listening to, music on sites such as Artist Allowed, because that's where, the whole avenue, the whole space is building. Because not only do they help in people getting access to your music, they kind of give you a space as an artist to reach out to more and more people, because people can download your music. If they don't want to download it, they could just preview it. And as an artist, that's all that you want.
Exactly. Awareness. Creating awareness.
Absolutely.
My love is up a balloon. The sky is a cloud. Rising up alone. Smiling like a cloud.
So since we already have 3 songs online, we're thinking of compiling an album and hopefully releasing it by the end of the year. So we're thinking of having about 8 songs in an album. So besides these 3 songs, we have Love is a Balloon. It's a very funny title, I know. So that's another bilingual song. It's a reggae track. There's another song called Shor Macha, which is a Hindi song. It has a certain rusticness to it. So the coming album should have a lot of variety. We are thinking of having, sticking to our bilingual songs. A few Hindi songs also will find a mention. Yeah, there's a song called Not Me, which is also one of the first songs that I wrote.
If you hear the song Not Me, if you don't like it, ask her, she'll say it's not me.
It's not me exactly, I can just dismiss it, I can just stay away. So that's the whole song all about. It's called Not Me. And these are the tracks we have, and hopefully you should be listening to our entire album very, very soon. And hopefully on Artist Allowed.
My love is a balloon. The sky is a cloud.